and welcome to the Narrowboat experience.
Today we have a short cruise to Kinver from Stourbridge. We are going to turn left at the Worsley Junction, travel along a little bit and then turn left again at the Stourton Junction.
There'll be 4 locks before the Stourton Junction that I'm looking forward to doing. Fingers crossed it's not going to rain like it did on the way down.
Yes, so I hope to show you some really pretty things because you might want to come down the Stourbridge Arm or Stourbridge Canal to Stourbridge when you are on the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal. We do actually recommend it.
Yeah, it's a nice little detour off the canal. There's a nice little town. It's got all the shops that you could need, really.
Yeah, it's been really good. There are rings to moor on. There's a winding hole at the end. There's some recycling, some bins, an L-sand pump out, and water.
There's also a trip boat that operates from the bonded warehouse at the end of Stourbridge Canal.
Yes.
And they take really long boat trips. So if that's something that you're interested in, check out their website. We'll put a link in the description. If you've been on one of those trips, why not comment now and tell us how it was?
Yeah, or if you waved at us on one of those trips, because the trip boat comes by twice a day and it is quite lovely. People look like they're having a great time.
The Stourbridge Canal was built in the late 1700s and joined onto the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal. Originally, when they proposed the canal, they proposed it to be built as one with the Dudley Canal system, but that was rejected, so they were 2 separate canals. Because the coal tolls were really high on the Staffordshire and Worcester, they tried to bypass using this canal by building the connection onto the Dudley canals, which led to the building of the Dudley Tunnel. And as you may know, the Dudley Tunnel is still there, but not open to diesel engined boats, and is very shallow. Not shallow. It's not very tall.
Yeah, the tunnel itself is not very tall.
Yeah. So many boats are too high up above the water to pass through the Dudley Tunnel. The basin that we were just moored in, or near, was a terminus between the train station at Stourbridge and the canal system, and was heavily used for transporting coal, as was the whole rest of the canal.
So we're just gotten into this habit where I get off and check the junctions, because it's not incredibly easy to go out onto the bow like it was in Ewart, and I do like to get off and have a little bit of a walk. This is the junction that we'll be turning the left at, the Worsley Junction, and I'm just going to go up to the bridge and see if there's anything coming. There's a lock to our right and we are turning left.
Behind us is the Stourbridge locks, and that's a flight of 16 locks that takes you up towards the Dudley Canal system, and it goes up quite high to get up to level with where the coal beds used to be. Yeah, there's nothing there.
Yeah. We just used the center line really to moor up because we felt something hit the prop, maybe the rudder, and the rudder's It was shaking a bit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we just wanted to go check it. It's always best to check these things. I don't think we got to show you Primrose Hill when we came into Stourbridge last time because it was raining, but there are ponies on Primrose Hill. As you are heading to Stourbridge, it's on your right, or heading out of Stourbridge, it's on your left. And it's awesome. There's a little walking track there as well. This is our first lock of the day, and actually first lock since last time we did this lock as the last lock. So you might remember last week we were heading to Stourbridge, and this week we are heading away. And this is the lock that has the really pretty garden. So it is empty. I'm just gonna walk the whole length of the lock to see that there's nothing coming, because that would be annoying for them. I can't see anything coming, so I'm just going to open the top paddles. Just going to let the water in from the pound behind where the boat is so that we can descend. In this case, because there was no boat in the lock, I could open the ground paddle and the gate paddle. But when you open the gate paddle and there is a boat in the lock, you can see it's a torrential current. So it's best to make sure that that bit of the gate is actually submerged before you let all that water out, or else it can go into your bow and it can flood your bow and potentially cause a bit of havoc, if not be incredibly dangerous. They're just incredibly strong paddles, those gate paddles, so it's always best if you get to a lock and there are two sets of paddles, look for the ground paddles first, because that water goes in through the bottom of the lock, and then when your lock is half full, open your gate paddles. Alice once said that you could spend the whole of your boating day going back and closing locks that had accidentally come open. But if we see it and it has come open, we do like to go back and close it. But I have done the 4 locks, so Kath has very graciously offered to go back up and close it. Well, here we are
At Stewpony Wharf.
and we have had the most glorious day, but we wanted to show you our t-shirts modelled. Several people at the locks asked me where I got my t-shirt from, and I had to say I designed it myself. Well, Kath designed them. So if you are looking for an awesome t-shirt, click the link in the description below.
We hope you have enjoyed cruising along the Stourbridge Canal with us today, and please do make sure you are subscribed for the next cruising video, which will be continuing our journey on the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal.
Towards Kinver. We didn't make it.
We didn't make it.
Comment below if you're not surprised we didn't make it to Kindle. Hey Alice.
Oh, I think Munchie's trapped in the bedroom.
Oh, Alice.